Greetings and welcome to Rise to Ruins, the Nightmare Run. We have done this game a few times before in the past. I have never done really well, but here I am in all my shiny, fiery glory. We will build an empire, and we are going to take the Sandy South back. Is it possible? Honestly, I've never really done very well. You can see you've got a lot of goals you need to do, but we're going to try. We're going to establish a village, and we're going to hold the line. Is it going to work? Probably not. For those who don't know, this is a city build with tower defense elements, which means I need a tower defense. I need to stop it. The enemy is corrupt and they will expand significantly. I'm going to build up here, in this area, and I need the enemy to spawn down here, because they will spread fast on Nightmare. Will I succeed? The odds are not with us. Let's see how well this does. I'm probably going to start and restart a few times to make sure the enemy spawns down to the south. If they don't, we're probably screwed. But I'm going to build here, and let's get our... Actually, I want to spread as far down as possible. Let's build here and really start pushing. Are they down here? Please be down here. Where's the enemy? So if the enemy doesn't spawn down here, I'm screwed. Looks like I need to do a restart, because I literally cannot find the enemy. Where are they? Where are the enemy? There they are. Okay, they're down there. Good. Okay, now we need to expand and grow. The important things we need are houses and farms. We also need some basic defensive turrets and stuff like that. So let's get it going. We'll harvest some wood down here. Let's actually expand this a bit more. Harvest some wood. Harvest some stone. We need some basic houses. I can easily build some stuff later, but what we need is some basic things like houses. People need to live somewhere they die, and ancillaries to expand stuff. Let's get this going temporarily, excitedly. Let's get 3 houses down. Then we're going to get some farms next to them. The farms, of course, will require us to get some food. We only have so many houses before we can upgrade next tier, but that is fine. Let's grab 2 of these down for now. We're also probably going to need a water thing. So let's go and grab one of those. A rain catcher is going to be rubbish. A water purifier is going to be great. We can have that near the edge. So as you can see, everything is being done as fast as possible because we need it done as fast as possible. We need the houses. We need food. We need the beginnings of weaponry and equipment. Because, let's face it, the enemy will be on their way. So we need some towers, we need some golems. Now, golems would be great, but they changed that a while ago, so you need cryolithium, which is an upgraded version of crystals. We have boards, which are upgraded from wood, and we have, I think it's like slabs or whatever, upgraded from stone. So we can't get golems down unless we get lucky and find some cryolithium on the map. So our basic defences are going to be towers. So I'm probably going to get like a basic bow tower down. Maybe. Bullet tower probably better. A couple of basic bullet towers down here. And we'll start expanding as much as possible. Because the enemy will not give me much of a chance. The enemy can only build in areas outside of your radius. So fire pits here will allow me to expand my area. We will need that to stop the enemy from being able to be in my area. But there is a bar on the top, for those who don't know. This bar here, which is currently invisible, that is the rage meter. Basically, when the enemy can't expand as much as it wants, they will get angrier. And the more corruption threat there is, the more angry they get and the more powerful and the more numerous the enemy become. Like right now, they're happy, they're expanding. I can probably kill a few of them off and slow it down. But to stop them properly growing, I need my area of growth. That is the green area. They can't build within the green area. But, yeah, they can't build in the green area. They can't spawn in the green area. We just kind of want them to not be here. But is that going to help us? Not really, no. So the fire pit will grow. We're going to push that out. We're going to start doing a defensive line here, I think. Yeah, maybe here. Basically, the enemy will go through the forest and will go through. They'll grab all the resources. They don't have it yet, but they soon will. See, the large fire pits are there. Do that. Just expand and grow. Then we'll get some defences down. Because right now we don't really have anything. We only just have houses. There's some food here, which is good. But yeah, as you can see, this... Yeah, we don't really have much, do we? We have 12 builders. That's cool. They'll grab resources as and when needed. But the very first day will be us growing and expanding. Let's see, I should just grab some energy here. And most of it will be me helping out. I can spend my resource, which is blue, which you can see is quite a lot, so I don't have much, into helping build. And that is super important. Now, there's a few radiance pools on the map. They will give me resources, because I can melt down resources from the things to grab it. Obviously, right now, I'm a little bit too poor with how much resources I have. So, mostly I'll be grabbing it just to very, very quickly help out my guys at the beginning. Will it be useful? It'll be alright. And the enemy will, of course, expand, grow, and destroy everything. Now, this here is either a key or a chest. You click on it, you get a loot box. I need a key to open that loot box. I don't think I'll see any on the map. So we're going to carry on growing and expanding. The Empire will be here soon-ish. Soonish. So let's just keep growing, get a couple more buildings down. Need to upgrade this to get to the next tier. But obviously I need that gone. Now I need some basic production. Like I say, towers require ammo. We don't have any ammo. So we're going to need to get some ammo on the field. So the tumbler will make some ammo. Stone ball. So we need a tumbler. Not the old school tumbler. So I'm going to build you there. That's going to probably be prioritised majorly. And then we're going to start getting a couple of basic defensive towers down. Different enemies have different weaknesses. Skeletons don't really care about arrows. They do really care about rocks, obviously, because of bones. So, yeah, we'll get some basic towers down to defend against the first couple of waves. And we'll meet you at night, which will be here when this bar goes more barry. But we don't have any kind of defences, so this will be interesting. While I'm building, the biggest things I'm going to need to be doing will be food, for those who don't know. There is spring, summer, autumn, winter. During summer, your food crops don't grow very fast unless you water them, which obviously slows it down or uses the water spell, which, as you can see, we're too poor for. During winter, you get zero food production completely because it's just too cold. So food is super important. I think I remember estimating how many farms you need per people, but I'd be damned if I remember because the last time I touched this was a year and a half ago. So we're going to work on that. We also need to actually get actual resource harvesting up and running. Right now they only gather resources as and when they need them, which means obviously we don't have any spare stone because we don't really have any stone production. So let's going to grab stone available. I'm going to go give it myself. So I can see the mining facility. So I'm going to grab some stone, put it into here, turn it to bullets for this. So we are a little bit behind on everything. And we also have, as you can see, have used up all 12 buildings. To get more, we upgrade the camp. Or we build the ancillaries. We get so many ancillaries per level. Level 1 gives us 1 ancillary. Ancillary, I think, gives us 2 or 3 buildings. And you can also upgrade them as well. So there is a lot of upgrading you can do. We just need to get to that stage, which is why I am very much helping out. With basic defences down, he should be able to survive maybe the first night. I say maybe because, again, this is nightmare mode, and nightmare mode is insane. Look at this. Look how much expansion they've already gotten. Evil. Now, I can just steal them like this. If I want to, I can also sacrifice them to here. But I didn't do it in time, so now they're trapped over there cutting down trees. Those guys are like Borg drones. They will respawn in large numbers over and over again. You can kill them, but all it does is slow down production. So there is a reason for it. It's just not the most useful. Now, there's chickens and things. We'll be needing those for food. But, you know, we'll have to get there eventually. Right now, we do not have anywhere to store them because we have no spare buildings because we're still expanding. But as soon as we get this up and running, maybe we'll be good. Why do I already hear a dog? But yeah, I believe in us. Hopefully we'll do well. Oh, nomads! Where are they coming from? Nomads! That means we've got our people. Nomads. Sometimes they spawn down here. But yeah, there'll be less and less space for them to do so as time goes by. They have to make it to the centre of your town to count as mine. We gain, what, level 2 more people? Good. Jacinda Barrett and Hieronymus Bosch. Good, good. And our first tower's already up and running. So what we'll be doing after that is expanding our towers. We don't need it to be good. We just need it to be okay. We can expand and make a good looking city later on. Of course, we just need to survive, so let's see how well we do. The biggest thing you're of course meant to be doing, besides keeping your resources and your people moving about, is have enough houses. And it's so expensive, and as you can see, it takes a lot of resources to build buildings. It's better to just upgrade them. And it is much, much better to upgrade them, but we kind of don't have them in the right places. Like all that wooden rocks, that's a lot of resources wasted. Now, again, rocks, we'll have to see. Wood we can of course just get back by straight up just letting it grow. Rocks are a bit harder to do. There are some spells, but it's a bit harder to do. But again, we have a tower, we have another tower soon to be done. We are looking great for the first night. Hopefully, we're looking great for the first night, even though it's just midday. So we have a bit of time left. Jimmy Page died of dehydration. We have a water issue. That explains why people are dying. So we don't care if a couple of people die, we do care if a little people die. So, despite the fact that I've had to, you know, have a couple of deaths because of a lack of water, I got the water up and the locals are now here, which is cool. I had to destroy the makeshift thing. I could have paused it, I kind of panicked, I destroyed it. I'm a moron. But we have these two back here, so we have the farms up and running, we have a makeshift water purifier, I've upgraded a well, so we actually do have water now. It's not much, but we do in fact have water. We do have food. Obviously, I'm not sure about actually upgrading these. And obviously, we have our 2 frontline defences. Now, you can melt the enemies down. Oh yeah, I also took all the bullets out of this one to put on the other one because I'm an idiot. So yeah, I'm melting them down by clicking them a lot to get this up. Now, the first night's going to be the easiest. We do need some more people on the field. I need to get that woodcutters thing back up and running. But again, I stole all the resources. It wasn't really being touched to do stuff over here. Let's upgrade you as well. So yeah, we've got makeshift, we've got basic things, we've upgraded the world to the next tier. We need to keep on going and growing. Now the 2 dead people, that's a terrible, terrible shame. It hurts my heart to know that they died. Now, hopefully we get some more migrants, nomads next time. I need to carry on expanding. I need to get all the light sources up and running all over the place because I need them to be able to see everything. I need to be able to expand my people as and when I need to. I need the enemy to not be in my territory. Like I say, if there's a green, they can't do anything to it. Which means this area here, they can expand, they can grow. But every single light I put down takes away a building. Which is, again, an issue. So we need to do what we can, when we can, while we can. So let's actually, let's get the lumber shack. So we're doing what we can, when we can, while we can. The very first night is going to be the easiest because it's just going to be the headless. The headless are just basic zombies. Actual basic zombies are a lot tougher. So the headless are the easiest, weakest trash mobs in existence. We want them to die. We want them to die quite fluidly. And then we're going to start slowly upgrading. So I want to get golems on the field. Golems will be extremely powerful. They just need to slowly grow and expand. Now, we don't really have access to any lithium. We do have a single chest inside our base, which might help out. But, you know, right now, not so much. But we're going to see what we can do, because right now there's 2 extra people dead. We don't really have much in the way of migrants, which means the early stage is going to be a problem. But again, these are going to hold. We can easily upgrade them. We are going to keep on pushing, crushing, and smashing. And hopefully, something great will happen. Am I recording? That'd be stupid. Now, I'll be obviously pausing and saving a lot on this, because I like the game. But I'm also doing a few other things. I'm very addicted to watching cookery shows on Netflix, and that is my current thing. Some would say that's the reason why I haven't got any more Cosmetia up and running, and I apologise for that, but you know. All the viewers were interested, people cared, they moved on. No one wants to watch Dwarf Fortress. I want to watch Dwarf Fortress, but no one else does. It's a shame, but it really is. But yeah, the bullet towers will be okay for the beginning. I'll get a couple of regular towers as well. Actually, we'll get another defensive tower behind them. I'm going to get an actual banish, ballista, sling tower would be nice. A spray tower is even more bullety. Hell, maybe we'll get one of those. I just did that by himself, didn't I? We're just going to make sure that like the front line is... Oh, I can't do that. That requires cut stone. We don't have access to them yet. Like a sling tower literally rolls a boulder. That'd be great, but we don't have access to force them to go anywhere yet, as you can see. They kind of just do what they want when they want. We can put some basic walls down and so on, but it's going to be a bit meh until we get to where we want them to be. So yeah, right now, it is what it is. We'll get there. It'll take time. We'll get there. Is it 1 or 2 we need for this? Okay, good. So fences will be put down. We're going to slowly start doing that. More fences and defences will be put down. We will be living a lot in stone for a while, I feel. But, you know, that is what it is. So we're going to get another defensive bullet tower down. And we're going to start actually getting some magic storage up and running. Because obviously, as you've seen, I can use them. I'm going to be using that to be dropping a lot of resources. So magic storage is going to be easily doable. They're pretty cheap. They're obviously meant to be more specifically in certain areas. But, yeah, right now I'm just going to take as and when I can. I'm just going to build one here and here. And I'm just going to deal with that as and when time comes. The biggest thing we'll be using when we get the chance will be the melting ore. Not motivate land, which is going to be used for. There's one down here which literally destroys the area. Not conjure essence, dissolve. Dissolve will dissolve the entire area. We can use that on the enemy's resources like stone and crystal. We turn that into mine and we steal them. Of course, we do need a fair bit to do it. But yeah, dissolve will pay for itself multiple times over. It's just a little bit expensive at the beginning. And we don't have anywhere to store it. Obviously, we have the ancient radiance pools, which there was one just here. But as you can see by the enemy, they've already pushed graveyards. They're already getting really quite close to my land. So I'm going to drop it here. Grab the resources here. And we're just going to use that to grab everything here. So it's going to melt it all down, give it to me, and then we're going to use it to start dropping more stone and resources. There we go. Look at that grow. Now, obviously, we'll get more mana storage as time goes by. Because right now we have no storage at all, because mostly it's in the belief of our people. 2 of them have died, so we don't really have much in the way of belief, because our people are dying. It's weird that, isn't it? You'd have thought they wouldn't care. But no, apparently they do. So we're helping them out, growing them out, dropping some crystals into the Cullis Gate. We can drop enemies into the Cullis Gate to get essence as well. And obviously the earlier stage will be a lot easier to drop crystals. Now if you drop too much, these things overload and explode. Like fire, lightning, death. It's quite amusing. At the end level, that's actually a valid tactic to drop everything into it and then just use repair spells to keep them running. But obviously at this earlier stage, I don't have much resources in the way for repair spells. So, grabbing what I can, when I can, is the way forwards. Yeah. We have a few locals having a few issues, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We just need to keep on growing, building and expanding. And actually having resources available is a big one. Because my builders constantly having to cut down trees is slowing down everything. Absolutely everything. So let's get this sorted, guys. I don't know what you were doing, but I'd like for you to get it sorted. Oh, no, building that. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. So the first night has been saved. We have carried on building. We have production of another thing. We have enemies dead. The enemy's getting closer, so we're going to have to start massively expanding the defensive line. I want territory on my side. We can reveal or seal territory. But I don't want the enemy to be able to get round my lines, especially when my lines are not yet complete. If my lines not yet complete, if they start going through the forest, that's going to be a big problem. But again, like I've said, the more you seal it off, the angrier they get. And right now, that doesn't really matter because they have so much space to expand. But day 20 and 30, when you get fireballs and things being thrown at you, that's going to be a problem. Now, we're going to start upgrading these things as and when we can. Obviously, they're in a bad position, but we just need them to be there to stop the enemy from being there. Anything else currently is optional. And we're going to make sure it stays optional for quite a while, because as soon as it stops becoming optional, it means we are in a bit of a bind. But I think we're doing okay. If you ignore the dead people, we may be able to resurrect them during the the certain moons. At night time, you occasionally see ghosts. We might be able to save them, but we don't really care at this moment in time. More will be coming, and death will be certain. Isn't that great? Well, spring has arrived. Summer will be here in 6 days. It's suddenly gotten brighter. That's great. That's glorious. We might even get some nomads this year. We better bloody get some nomads this year. Without any extra spare people, we're going to be very doomed. Like, genuinely very doomed. So hopefully... Oh, sorry, Julian Cameron. I didn't mean to hit you. Eric Cameron, I'll be your wife. Ashley Sky... Oh, yeah, I saw Luke Skywalker running around. But we'll see how it goes. That's going to be up and running. We can get a couple of people actually doing that. We still, of course, need stone, need crystal. We need a lot of things. We're going to get there. We are going to get there. And with this up and running over here, I can start moving my farms and things up to this area. Because then we can start, you know, doing things over there. We'll make things work. It's just going to take significant amounts of time. But I believe in us. Kind of. I do kind of believe in us. Do you? Do you believe in us? Do you want to see more of this series? You better, because I'm going to be sitting down and recording this. Otherwise, we'll see what happens, I assume.